12 games in the association tonight. I watched a little bit of all of them, a lot of a few of them, and all of the close fourth quarters. If I would say that it was a theme to the night, I would say that it was close games and missed free throws. Quite a few star players missed critical free throws at the end of the games tonight. It was amazing. Uh, Also, KD got a triple-double. I don't remember how many points, but he had 12 rebounds and 12 assists. Great night for him. They beat down somebody. Who did the Nets play? I'll get to it. Okay, the first game I watched was the Mavericks losing to the Magic. Orlando Magic beat the Mavs. Not sure how it happened, but in the fourth quarter, I thought a problem for the Mavericks in the fourth quarter down the stretch, they were totally relying on Luka for offense. He was not coming through. He was being guarded by players that I thought he should have been able to score on. A couple of players, I don't even remember their names, players I don't even know, for the Magic. And he couldn't score on them. I don't want to say he was tired. I feel like that's an improvement I've seen in Luka this season. Yeah, he's in shape. He looked in shape to me in that fourth quarter. Even it was a tough game. He was really tested. So it was with about a minute to go, Luka drove to the basket, went for a layup. I thought he could have finished stronger at the rim than he did. And I thought he might have been looking for a bailout from the refs, and they didn't give him a call. And I thought it was a little sloppy by the referees. That was another theme of the night in the NBA. The referees were questionable tonight. I'm not sure what was going on. And so Luka only scored 24 points. Tough night for the Mavericks. They lost to the Magic. Utah Jazz versus Atlanta Hawks. Okay. I am very impressed with the Utah Jazz. I'm going to go ahead and give them their credit. Impressive team, especially Lauri Markkanen. I watched him a few games this season, and when watching Lauri Markkanen, I am confident we're watching an all-star this season. Even it's early in the season, but I'm going ahead and calling it now. I think Markkanen is going to be an all-star. He's so versatile, a big guy. He shoots well from outside, aggressive and athletic. This kid is amazing. I like Lauri Markkanen. I also like the rookie big man, Kessler. I saw him play at Auburn. I thought he was a really good player. And I've been impressed with him for spurts in the games. He makes some plays. He shows a lot of potential to me. I like Jordan Clarkson. I think that he is getting his shot selection under control. That's important. I think he used to have a problem with shot selection. He seemed to have a green light all the time, He seemed to have that more under control with increased minutes this season. So I like the Jazz. I did not like them early in the season. I thought it was fluky, their first 4 or 5 wins. Then I started watching them, and I could see for myself that they are legit. I watched them beat down the Lakers. They didn't beat down the Hawks tonight, but they were in control all the way, I thought. And Markkanen made big shots in the final minutes of that game. So I watched the Nuggets versus the Pacers and found myself impressed with the Pacers. I like the Nuggets a lot. I don't want to question the Nuggets coaching, but I do think the Nuggets have a lot of talent with having Murray back. It's very early in the season for me to grade Murray. I think he needs, we're still looking at Klay Thompson as working himself back into rhythm. So we definitely need to give Murray some time. He's been out for over a year, so need to give him some time. Real early in the season to gauge the Nuggets because Michael Porter Jr., he also missed a lot of time and is back now. A lot of talent on this team. And then they got the MVP. But so that's why I was impressed with the Pacers, the way they were aggressive. They were playing hard. They stuck with the Nuggets. I thought the referee was ragged down the stretch of this game. Referee was not good. Jokic made a big shot in the last few minutes, But he also what else? I'm checking my notes here. Yeah. For some reason, with 7 seconds to go, and Nuggets were up by, was it 2 points? For some reason, Jokic took a shot with 7 seconds to go, and he missed it. But the way he flailed, I could see that he was looking to get a foul call and did not. So, poor plan, poor execution, I thought, by Jokic. He was very fortunate that the Pacers didn't go down and score on that. What happened? Miles Turner missed a three at the buzzer after that. They didn't get a good shot at all. And 7 seconds was a long time to get a good shot. And that's the thing with the Pacers. I think a better team would have got a good shot with 7 seconds. A better team would have got a better shot. I will say that. So, Nuggets get the win. Oh, something I was very impressed with the Nuggets. With just a few minutes to go in the fourth quarter, they put up this stat of the starters' numbers for the Nuggets. Jokic had 24 points, Gordon 18, Murray 18, MPJ had 17, and Caldwell Pope had 15, and he was 3 out of 4 behind the arc. So that's impressive numbers for the starting lineup. Everyone lowest score has 15 points. That's very impressive, and that's what I was saying about a lot of talent. I'm very impressed with Caldwell Pope, the way he's playing this season, shooting lights out. He's over 50% behind the three-point line. So I think he may be number 1 in the league right now, shooting threes. No, he may be number 4. Anyway, he's top 5. 50% three-point shooting is tremendous. Interested to see how long he can keep that up. So watching a lot of the game and closely in the fourth quarter, the Blazers against the Hornets. The Blazers beat the Hornets, and down the stretch, the Hornets just do not have the firepower to keep up with a team like the Blazers. They had Lillard and Simons. Anthony Simons were scoring the points, particularly Simons down the stretch. And I don't think the Blazers have a whole lot. So to not be able to keep up with them is that's saying a lot. And the Hornets, they got some injuries and some people I think suspended, and they're missing some players right now. Kelly Oubre and PJ Washington. Those were their scorers down the stretch of the game, and they just did not have enough firepower to keep up and win this game. So then I watched a lot of the Grizzlies versus the Spurs. And wait, who won this game? Yeah, the Grizzlies. It was really close. It was a great game. Ja Morant, his improvement behind the three-point line, so impressive. So impressive. This is something that I love to see in a player. A young player, in an off-season, add tools to the toolbox. And him adding his three-point shot is another weapon to his game and making him more difficult to guard. I mean, this season they've been leaving Ja Morant open for the three, and he's been making the open three. So that's very impressive to me, And Keldon Johnson for the Spurs had a really good look in the paint at the buzzer in this game. Could have tied it, and he missed. The Grizzlies won by 2. I think it was in overtime. Yes, went to overtime. Grizzlies by 2. In the Pelicans and Bulls game, the stars really showed up. As far as, Ingram and DeRozan really showed up in the fourth quarter. They were back and forth, carrying their team and scoring. DeMar DeRozan was spectacular tonight. I mean, just spectacular. Down the stretch of the game with, what was it? Just less than a minute to go, DeRozan drove to the basket. I thought he should have got a foul call, but they showed replays, and it was really hard to tell. And if it's going to be that close, I think good no call was the way to go. So good no call on that, I guess. Then after that, Zion got fouled. He missed one of the free throws, made one. The Bulls had a chance to tie the game. Bulls take a timeout and turn the ball over on the inbound pass after the timeout. This is something that I'm very critical about. Something I really do not like is mistakes after a timeout that you took. I mean, how do you come out of a timeout and not prepare to inbound the ball? I felt like DeRozan was trying hard to stay. He was pressed against the half court line, and he didn't have enough room to comfortably catch the pass that they were throwing inbounds. It was just garbage. And Bulls lose. Pelicans pull one out. Man, that was a fun game to watch. Two really talented teams. Bulls got a lot of talent. Even when they're injured, they got a lot of talent. They're deep, I think. But the Pelicans, they got a good mix of talent now. They're top heavy though. They don't have a lot off the bench, I don't think. They got the win tonight though, over a good Bulls team. The Kings got a victory over the Cavs. Garland missed a big free throw with a minute and a half to go, but the Kings went straight down the floor and hit a three anyway, so they pushed the lead on up. I thought Donovan Mitchell was very impressive tonight. He was very impressive. He had 38 points. He was great all game long. He may have made a mistake or two in the fourth quarter in clutch time, but there was no winning for the Cavs. The Kings had a huge lead at halftime. I don't know how they blew that lead, but the Cavs just came storming back to make this game close. But I felt like the Kings were in control, and they held on in the end and got a win. Kings looked really talented tonight. It was one point I was looking on the court, and De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, Harrison Barnes, just those three players right there I saw in the Kings uniform, and thought to myself, those are three McDonald's high school All-Americans right there. Three, one and done players right there. So that's a lot of talent on the Kings team. In situations like this, like I said earlier, a lot of times I question coaching. A lot of NBA teams with a lot of talent make me think that, geez, coaching must be very tough. It must not be, it's obviously not a lot of guys good at this job, head coaching in the NBA or in any professional sport. You're only going to find a handful of excellence at head coaching. That's just the way it is. It's a very difficult job. And sometimes, I think in situations like with the Kings, I think, I look at maybe it's coaching. And the Bucks beat the Thunder. And I thought the Thunder was going to get this victory. There was no Giannis, no Drew Holiday, no Middleton, no Connaughton. So the Bucks were depleted lineup. Thunder played hard. I thought Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was easily the best player on the court. And you could bring some of those injured Bucks into the game, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander would still be one of the best players on the court. Only Giannis would be better than him, I think, out of this group of players. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a hidden gem. He's great. He needs help on that team. They lost to the Bucks, but they pushed the Bucks. I think it went 2 overtimes. Let me check that. Yes, 2 overtimes for the Bucks to get a 4-point win over the Thunder. So that was the night in the NBA. I thought it was a really great night. Oh, Lakers lost to the Clippers. Lakers are bad. I don't want to talk about the Lakers tonight. They're bad. Okay. So that was the night in the NBA. Great night in the NBA. Really enjoyed the action tonight. And, hey, so hope you enjoyed if you watched some of the games. If you didn't, I hope I was able to catch you up on what happened. I hope you enjoyed this. And tell me what you thought about what you saw or about what I thought about it in the comments. That'd be cool. So, all right.